Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good. Okay. So, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm pretty confident I've got people on here from all across the world, and I welcome everybody. So, my name is Colin Simmons. I'm coming to you from Birmingham in the United Kingdom, which is 2 hours north of London, if you don't know where Birmingham is. And it's my pleasure, really, to run through a very short presentation about an opportunity that I really got started in at the beginning of April. I saw it back in January, but didn't do a lot because I was very busy elsewhere. In April, I took a closer look, and here we are now. And what I'm going to share with you is what I've experienced and what I've seen so far in less than 2 months, because we're still in May. So, this is a great question just to start everything off. Is anyone else thinking, how can I get my money to work harder right now? Okay. I'm talking about money. So because I'm talking about money, I must have this disclaimer in place. And I will say this very clearly. I encourage you to take a screenshot of this disclaimer because it's really important. We've seen it over the years that people have lost money. We have to take this disclaimer seriously. You may lose some or all of your invested funds. So do not use money you cannot afford to lose. It's a powerful statement. It's very, very true. At the end of this, at the bottom here, by proceeding, you've confirmed that you have read and understand this disclaimer, and any decision you make is yours alone. You can't come back to the person that's told you about this and said, you told me. You have to do your own research or seek professional advice. So now I've got that out to the way. I'm going to welcome you to a new way of working. I'm going to talk about three main topics. The first one will be Jetup, and this is a global community of entrepreneurs. People like you, people like me, that are looking for ways to create a passive income from our computer or from our phone. The next thing I'm going to talk about in the market that I'm talking about today is a company called Tag Markets. And you will see that they are a huge player in the industry I'm going to talk about now. And thirdly, the third ingredient here is what they call a trader. Now, Sonic, I'm not even sure if Sonic is a male, female, or a group of people, a group of traders. But we do know that they are experts in the field that we're going to talk about today. Firstly, it's fair to say that the world is changing. Since we've had the internet, we know that things are so much faster than how they used to be. How we think about money needs to change as well. The old school is we would have a job and that would be it. The job that we have would cover everything that we need. It's fair to say now in 2026, it's getting harder and harder to just rely on a job. We have to work harder than ever, but we're actually earning less. We're earning less because of all the things I'm sure you're well aware of, the energy costs that are going up around the world, the inflation that's really stealing our money. This is quietly eroding any of money that we actually earn. So we're working as hard as we can, and we're actually earning less. So we need to do something about that. And even if you are in a fortunate position to actually have money in a bank, it's fair to say that money in the bank is losing value for the same reasons of inflation and of the cost of living. A quick story on the cost of living. When I go shopping, I buy a lemon. And interesting, this lemon over the years has cost 30 pence. In the UK, 30 pence. At the beginning of this year, I got really annoyed because it went up to 35 pence. And that was at the beginning of this year. It's since gone up again now to 37 pence. I'm disgusted. You don't hear about it, but it's happening all the time. Our money is being eroded. The cost of living is going up. Technology is reshaping how we work. It's changing everything. AI and automation makes it easier for us to actually not rely just on a job. We need to use artificial intelligence and automation to our advantage. It's not going away, it will replace lots of jobs. But there is a way to use the AI and automation for us to create a passive income that we're really looking for. Another topic here that's changing in the world is gold. Gold is something that which we'll talk about more in detail, but it in times of uncertainty, people always move to gold. If you've tried to actually go and sell or buy any gold recently, you'd have seen the difference in the price. Let's look at gold a bit more. Why is it that that is the asset that people run to in times of uncertainty in the world? Well, this is a good reason. Gold, it's held its value for centuries. It's nothing new. It's not the next new shiny object. Gold has been around forever. It's not tied to any single government, any currency, or any economy. It's the go-to store of value for families across the world. Whenever there's anything, any conflicts in the world, the price of gold just goes up. It's that's just how it works. And let's be honest, there's always something going on in the world, which means this price of gold is always going up. So it makes sense to be in that arena of gold. But I'm not talking about buying gold bullions or anything like that. I'm actually talking about how gold moves on the Forex market, which is the foreign exchange market. Gold is one of the most liquid assets on the foreign exchange. And I'll talk more about the foreign exchange in a minute. It's massive. Now, when we're looking at gold, as I mentioned already, you need to have an expert, somebody who understands gold, somebody who understands how to trade gold. We don't need to understand any of it. And that's what I find so attractive about this. So let's talk about the foreign exchange market. The first thing I'll say is it trades at $9.6 trillion every single day. Now you're thinking, well, what on earth is $9.6 trillion? It sounds big. So I did a Google for myself. I asked Google, what does it cost to run the United Kingdom in a year? It costs $1.8 trillion to run the UK a year. And this market is doing $9.6 trillion a day. So hopefully that gives you an idea that we are playing in a big pool, one of the biggest industries in the world, one of the biggest markets in the world. And what I love about this market I'm talking about today is it's regulated. This is so refreshing. For those that know me, I've been around for years in the home-based business market. I've been around crypto for many, many years, many years. And time again, we get let down because it's not regulated. It is the Wild West. It's refreshing to see a big market that's actually regulated. So I know that it can't just disappear overnight. Someone can't just run away because they're being checked on a regular basis. And again, gold. We know it's traded on the foreign exchange. It's one of the highest pairs that you'll find on there. So I don't just throw these numbers out. This has come from the source of that figure is from the Bank for International Settlements. This was a survey done in 2025. We're only 2026 now. So this is up-to-date information. In the old days, the foreign exchange trading gold was only the exclusivity of the banks, or big institutions. But the internet means that, and AI means that it's now all that is changing. We now have access to the same things that these big banks, these big institutions have been enjoying for years. So welcome to our solution. Let's look again at our solution, Jetup. Now, Jetup is a very new community. It only has around 5,000 people in it already. We're less, I think we're just over a year old or so, maybe 2 years at the most. I'm not even 100% sure how long it's been around, but I know it's very, very new. I know it was formed by a guy called Dennis, a German guy. I can't spell his I can't pronounce his surname. I know he's a young guy in his 30s. I know he's a multi-millionaire. He's made his money through trading. He's made his money through referral marketing. So for me, that means I've got somebody that understands the industry that I'm in. That's a good thing. And being German, I know he's going to be exact. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so Jetup, what we're building is a whole global community of people, of entrepreneurs that are looking to create a passive income. Now, Dennis has said this, I've heard him say this before. The whole idea is to build a community once, and that community will have access to multiple marketplaces of earning. The first one being copy trading, which is so straightforward for us because we don't need to understand trading. Our money will copy what the experts do. So we make money just for being involved. The second one will be the exchange. For those that don't know, a crypto exchange is a very lucrative industry. So we will have access to an exchange. Our whole community that we build once, copy trading, the exchange, and later on we're going to have our own debit card as well. It means we haven't got to go and build teams for each individual project. We build one team and we'll have access to multiple ways of making money. That to me was very, very powerful when I saw that. So Jetup, they are the connection to tag markets. Now, tag markets is very interesting. This is where all the money sits. This is where we deposit into the broker, tag markets. Trading is done through the broker. Everything that happens here. Now, tag markets itself is just short of 3 years old. And in 3 years, firstly, they're regulated in Mauritius, they're licensed in Mauritius and South Africa. Our money doesn't sit, well, our money sits in our own accounts within tag markets. It's not pulled together like you get that with some other brokers where they put all the money together. And if they lose it on one, then everybody loses. This is done properly. It's all individual in individual accounts. And in less than 3 years, they now have over 850,000 people that make a living from trading through that broker in less than 3 years. So you can imagine there's going to be a lot of brokers out there that are going to be very upset with the growth of tag markets because they are just going to take over because they've put together a very good plan. This has been put together by the CEO called Nicholas. And again, these guys, both Dennis from Jetup and Nicholas from Tag Markets, are very approachable. You'll find their information out there. You'll hear interviews that they've done. Very transparent, building something that is huge for all of us. Lastly, the last piece of the jigsaw is we have the community, we have the broker, we need the expert that knows how to trade gold. Tag Markets has over 59 traders on their platform last time I looked. 59 of them. The main one that we are interested in, though, only deals in gold. It only trades gold, and it's Sonic. Interestingly, Sonic has over 180,000 people that are following the signals that come from Sonic. So whenever Sonic trades, 180,000 people are benefiting from what Sonic does. Powerful stuff. It means that we don't need to understand it. We just pay our money and he'll trade for us. I've got a screenshot here. This is already out of date because you can see that Sonic at this time had 110,000 followers. I know he's got 180 now. So that should there's a clue. People understand it makes sense to follow Sonic. In 134 days of trading, he or she or they had 225 wins and 36 losses in 134 days. That's a win rate of 86%. Powerful. So what is the solution that we've got here? We put this together ourselves, the $150 solution. We thought that $150 for most people around the world is something that you can build up to if you haven't physically got that, or it's something that you have got that you go, well, I can use that. I can use that $150 to try and make more money with that. So, Dennis from Jetup, I've said already that he is a multi-millionaire. His goal is to build a really big community in Jetup. So he's put together a promotion, and that promotion is really generous. So we put in $100 at least, and he will match that $100 with $100 as a gift. He physically gives us $100. I know he has a marketing budget to build Jetup of at least $1 million. 10,000 people with $100 each. So if that when that happens, you put 150 in yourself, Dennis has given you $100, you've now got $250 that you are going to get to work for you within this opportunity. What happens next is through the broker, they have what they call amplification. This is very new to me, but I think it's something that happens a lot with brokers. They are able to multiply your deposit by 24. So your deposit is $250 in total because Dennis has given you 100. Times that by 24, that means you're going to have a trading capital of $6,000 working for you. Now, in Forex, it's common knowledge that you need a big trading capital to really make it work. $250, it will take a long time for you to really see any results. But when it's amplified by 24 and you've got $6,000, now you're going to start to see meaningful results that come through. So what kind of results are we looking at? On the amplified amount, which is that $6,000, we're looking at something like 1 to 1.5% a month. That's what we're looking at. And that is roughly about $60 or $90 a month. Bear in mind, you've only put in $150. But again, this is all estimates because I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future. This is real trading results. The nice thing to be clear here, the only money at risk is your $150 that you've put in. You can't lose more than that. I've taken a screenshot here showing what Sonic did last year. I must make this very clear as well, though. We cannot predict what will happen in the future. I'm sharing this with you now just so you can see what they actually did last year. You can see that their best month was 1.78% on the amplified amount. Their worst was 0.9. So I would say the average there must be about 1.4, 1.3, 1.4. So you can now work out what your amplified amount is, times it by 1.4, and work out what you're making in a month or a year. So this is the Jetup advantage. Who do you know who will be excited about seeing $150 trading at $6,000? Every single person within our community can take advantage of this. All they need to do is register from your link. You give them your link from Jetup, you'll find it in your profile, the partner link. They register. They're going to get linked up to Tag Markets. Very simple, clicking a few buttons. Once they've got their 250 in there, their 150 from the South, 100 from Dennis, that then gets amplified to $6,000. They are now in the game. As soon as Sonic trades, they are making money. As soon as Sonic loses, they are losing money. He doesn't win all the time. But as you saw from the screen before, he wins most of the time. 86% of the time he wins. So all we have to do is share it. The people you share it with benefit. When they benefit, you benefit. So, what protects us? we need to look at this because we've all been around and seen lots of things where we are just not protected. And this I enjoy. Your money, your account. Your funds are held in your own tag markets account. They are not pulled together, as I said earlier. They're all in separate accounts. Our funds are held in a tier one European bank. Something like HSBC, Barclays, Lloyds, those are tier one banks. Tag Markets also only deals with level one liquidity providers. Now, if you understand liquidity provision, it's the banks that provide the liquidity. The reason we get 24x is it comes from the banks. It's the banks. We all know banks make money from money all day long. That's what they do. And this is one way banks make money. This is very interesting there because they're actually loaning us money. They're adding to our account, which is beautiful. The last thing on here is this is not crypto and it's not on the platform. So I also love this. The idea that every week, every Monday, the regulators will check the accounts of Tag Markets, of the broker. They'll check the bank accounts. If you've come from the crypto world, you'll know this never happens. We haven't got a clue what they have in their wallet. This is great to see every Monday. That's why it's regulated. You cannot lose more than your deposit, as I've said earlier. If you come in with $150, you can't lose more than that. If the trader got really, really bad, the broker would have to cover the difference. Now, even that difference is all managed correctly. The risk on any trade is only 3%. So it means that it's going to take a lot of bad trades for that to really have an effect on our money that we've put in. So I could almost say that there isn't a risk there because of the management, the way that they're doing it. And this is beautiful. 30-day exit on investment. You have complete control of however much you want to invest. If you think about this for a second, if your money just sat in a bank, it's going to go up by whatever the bank does per year. Here, you can get it to work for you. And if you need it, you click on the red button to stop the trade. 30 days later, you get back your investment. You're not going to earn any more, obviously, on that investment, but you get back your funds that you put in. So it means I can get my money to work better than just sat in a crypto wallet or just sat in a bank account doing nothing. And if we're getting 1.4% a month, I know it's about 30% a month on my investment amount. 30% a month on my investment amount is huge. So, as always, in the old days, you'd have to trust the person that's sharing this with you, or you have to trust the CEO of a company. I've seen it many a time where these CEOs just disappear. You can't talk to them. What if the CEO of Tag Markets or Jetup disappear? In fact, Tag Markets, because that's where our money is. What if they disappear? I'm proud to tell you that they have just announced that they have insurance for every single client. This insurance is $1 million per person, per client. This insurance is against bankruptcy and insolvency of Tag Markets, where our money is. Now, this isn't any old insurance. This is insurance through Lloyd's of London. And if you don't know, they're one of the prestige insurance companies in the world. So it means we don't have to trust Tag Markets now as long as this is in place. I don't have to trust the person that introduced me. As long as I can see this insurance is in place, I'm now confident and I know I can get my money back in 30 days if I really need it. We're in a very strong position. I hope that makes sense. So there is only one question really. After all I've just gone through, is it worth investing $150 to find out, to see it working? You don't need any prior knowledge of trading. We open an account. You can deposit with debit card or credit card or crypto, your choice. We get it linked up to the expert traders and they do all the work. We split the profits that they make 70-30. They keep 30% of what we make 70%, and we've done absolutely nothing. The perfect example of a residual income. So the decision is yours.